his own 6-yard line. Darius Leonard in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Let's take it inside his own 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll run with Taylor. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting at, I think, over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there, with touchdown number 20 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
25 yards there on the catch and run. Past the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
And the Colts first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle. 50.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. he did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 28-yard line. Here we go. Let's go, D.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Jones has it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Let's go, team.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. He'll check this down to Hines. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, Brissett. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Body Calhoun. There he goes, right side. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd and long. It's Watson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Brissett. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They're going for it. It's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Taylor, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Houston, A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Brissett. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. McLaughlin for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next the score, Colts 42, Texans 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
55. 31, go. Here we go.
On 4th down, Watson. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a handoff looking right. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in...
And he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Justin Houston, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. To throw is Watson. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's got Fuller. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense? Right?
If key in on him.
Right? You know he's having that type.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Left. Alert. 36. Check 24. Check 24.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
31's the mic.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first.
Come on, set. Get the flag. Yeah, let's get set lunch.
On first down, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We ain't begin to clear you up.
To throw is Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head 2